Ladies and gentlemen, persons with disabilities are first and foremost people, and their rights and needs are the same as any other people. At the same time, we know that persons with disabilities are less likely to access education, to access health services, to be in employment, and to participate in the community. And they are more likely to live in poverty and experience violence, neglect, and abuse. We also know that persons with intellectual disabilities, including persons with Down syndrome, face much higher disadvantage and exclusion. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities provide us a strong blueprint to advance disability inclusion. The Sustainable Development Goals motto of leaving no one behind puts persons with disabilities at the center of development efforts. No development goal can be achieved if 1 billion of the world's persons with disabilities are left out. The United Nations has been working for a long time on the inclusion of persons with disabilities. However, to make the work more transformative and to accelerate the pace of change, the Secretary General launched the UN Disability Inclusion Strategy in June 2019. The wide-ranging strategy covers all the pillars of the UN's work: development, human rights, peace and security. It also covers both the United Nations programs as well as internal operations. The first 2 years implementation of the strategy has shown that substantive progress on disability inclusion is being made both in headquarters and in the field. We are seeing more and more policies and practices of the United Nations being reviewed and changed to make them more disability inclusive. We are seeing much greater work happening in the area of both physical and digital accessibility, both in headquarters and in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, accessibility is the fundamental prerequisite for the inclusion of persons with disabilities. Without accessibility, persons with disabilities will never be able to participate fully in the community. While there are existing standards and guidelines on physical and digital accessibility, there are currently no guidelines on accessibility for persons with intellectual disabilities. That is why the work undertaken by Down Syndrome International and Inclusion International on developing accessibility guidelines for persons with intellectual disabilities is so important. What is equally important is also that the guidelines are being informed by the first-hand experiences of persons with intellectual disabilities. While I have said that the implementation of the UN Disability Inclusion Strategy has resulted in substantive gains, we also know that there is a long way to go in terms of for disability inclusion to become a reality. And these guidelines will be an important contribution and help all of us to more effectively include persons with intellectual disabilities in our work. Before I end, I would like to wish all of you a successful Congress. Thank you.